Well, hello everyone, TheLemonSheep here, hope you're having a fantastic day so far, and today I just wanted to talk about 2v8, and why I really like it, and how it's easily my favourite part of Dead by Daylight, in all honesty. Where do I even begin? I just want to clarify, this is not scripted at all. I know I should probably, start doing that, essential part of videos like this, but I'll get around to it eventually, probably some point, maybe down the line. But basically, I really enjoy 2v8, and I want to go over the main things on why it's so good, and why I think it's healthy for the game. The first one I want to go over is it's just a good bit of fun. No one takes it seriously. Out of all the games I have played, there's only been fucking two just kind of assholes, I guess. But I wouldn't even consider them assholes. They're just oh yeah, just drop my nuts on the trying to drop every single pallet. But that's I haven't had any death threats so far, so that's always a good start. But yeah, the whole attitude of the game, it's just been a lot more positive and a lot less stressy. People constantly trying their hardest to win every single game. It's just not apparent here whatsoever. Well, I haven't experienced it myself so far. I think it's mainly because this 2v8, it really encapsulates what Dead by Daylight was originally going for, which was just a party game to mess around with your friends. I will say the 1v4 has, obviously been taking that more competitive turn with the introduction of, constant, balance changes and, esports being made and competitive teams and all that. But this 2v8, it's literally, it's so fun. It's not serious whatsoever. The fact that you can, play killer with a friend, which I have been doing, that makes it a lot more fun as well. So, if I am messing up, well, we just laugh about it with my mates, and I'm not, stressing to myself, oh god, I'm messing up, I'm going to lose the game now. Because also, because I will say, as someone who's not trying to win, every single one of the matches in, the original DVD, it gets stressful when you're playing killer sometimes, and I get with the survivor as well. It's just so stressful, and sometimes sometimes it gets stressful, and it really doesn't need to be. This game mode, it just hasn't been stressful whatsoever, and I've been playing this since it came out. I haven't played a single game of 1v4 since this game mode came out. So I guess my first point really was just the attitude of the game. It's a lot nicer, and it's a lot more fun. I'd say it's a lot more replayable, because I can literally, I'm going to be completely honest, the maximum I can spend on 1v4 lately has been an hour and a half tops before I'm right, yeah, this is getting a bit boring, or I'm getting stressed out. But for 2v8, I've literally just sat down one of my mates for 2.5 hours, and we've just been jamming out. It's been so fun. Well, that's enough of that first bit, and the second section I want to get into is how nicer it feels to play. Now, this is gameplay-wise, not attitude-wise. Gameplay-wise, it's a lot nicer just downing a survivor, stomping on their head, and then getting sent to the other side of the map. It's because usually you down the survivor, you have to pick them up, you have to go to a hook, and hope you don't get torch blinded and drop the survivor. You have to go chase them again. No, it's when you down the survivor, you have them. Everything's just a lot more fast-paced, because as you saw in the clip there, I just downed this one person, and I just came running over to the next person, and if you did see my original video on 2v8, watch that if you haven't, but I was playing Billy on this map, and it was just you just ping-ponging between survivors. It's a lot nicer, is what I'm trying to say. It's a lot more efficient. I feel a lot more efficient playing the game, and without having to do the whole mandatory thing of pick up survivor, put survivor on hook, and go back, kick a gen maybe. I can just go donk 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 donk. My third point is actually, I'm kind of surprised how healthy and balanced the whole game mode is, which also kind of ties into my next point that I'm going to be making. But honestly, the removal of perks just makes everything so much easier to handle, and having 5 killers only, it makes everything a lot, and no add-ons as well, so it makes everything a lot easier to manage. So you're not having to balance 300 different perks, you're not having to balance God knows how many perk combos you can make. You're not gonna have to like balance all the add-ons and add-on combos. There's just 5 killers, make some minor tweaks, get rid of perks, gives them everyone like every killer the same perk, give every survivor like different perk classes so they can do different things. So you can still get the feeling of uniqueness when you're playing survivor, and obviously you get the feeling of uniqueness when you play killer because you have different powers and such. Now, when I say this game is balanced, I also kind of mean this game is pretty balanced. Apart from Nurse being Nurse, they didn't really make any tweaks to her, which I'm kind of glad. I think they just make her survivor scream and she's around or just blinks on them just to give her that bit of team synergy. But every other killer has like a nice little team support perk, and every killer has like buffs and nerfs. Like Trapper gets 4 traps, base kit, and like when he sets them, the killer around you gets a speed boost as well as you do. Hillbilly, he no longer instant downs with his chainsaw. Might be a bit controversial saying this. I think that's a good thing. I think if Billy could instant down with the saw in this game mode, it would be so unfun to play against him, and he'd be way too oppressive. But you still get that instant down aspect if you work with your teammate, because if you're chainsawing like 16 meters next to a survivor, your teammate can instantly down them. So you can just like drive by them, time it well with your teammate, and then bonk, they're dead. Going back to the perks, sorry, I know it's a bit all over the place, but I'm really glad I don't have to memorize who has what perk. Like I don't have to remember that guy has sprint burst, that guy has life, that guy might have adrenaline, he's playing like he has adrenaline, so maybe it's adrenaline, I don't know. Oh, this guy is dead, oh, maybe he's running made for this, and yada yada yada. All I have to remember is, that guy's got sprint burst, he'll make his teammates faster if I get too close. That's about it, really. What I'm trying to say is, it's a lot nicer memorizing one thing than like 20 different things, it's like 15 different opportunities for each of those 20 different things. Now the final thing I want to get into is how beginner friendly this game mode is compared to the original game mode, because 1v4 is not beginner friendly at all. You're constantly getting new perks, constantly getting new killers. Like literally, if you stopped playing a year ago or a year or two ago and got back into this game, you'd have no idea what's going on, because like, oh, this guy's been changed, that guy's been changed, there's all these new killers, oh, this perk's been buffed, okay, I didn't remember that, there's new perk combos, what the hell is a pain resonance, Back to the whole beginner argument, I was actually played with someone who, didn't really play this game a lot. He hadn't played it in like, 6 or 7 months. We played a bit of Survivor, and he found it quite fun because you didn't have to like learn all these different like mini mechanics that were the perks. All you had to, on like all the newer killers as well, all you had to know was, that guy puts down bear traps, that guy turns invisible, that guy's really fast, that girl's bullshit, and that girl can throw stuff at you. And literally, if he asked me like anything about like, oh yeah, what does this effect here mean? Like, it's, oh yeah, you can just see through walls because you get to gen. Or it's like, oh, how does the nurse's power work? Oh, she can teleport through stuff. It's not like, oh, how does Onryo work? Well, basically, she can turn invisible. She can sometimes teleport through TVs, but sometimes she doesn't, depending on an add-on. And she can instantly kill you if you don't put in cassette tapes. But like, if you do, then it stops the progression. But like, if you get hooked, then you won't be able to get rid of those bars. It's like, it was really clever of behaviour to choose these 5 killers. I know it probably wasn't intentional for them to just go, oh yeah, let's just add the 5 simplest killers in the game to because into the brand new game that a lot of people can have their eyes on. But it was very clever. Good job. Speaking of like new eyes on the game, I've been seeing a lot more new players like actually in this new game mode, and I'm really happy to see that, because like the community can get bigger, and hopefully like the more fun side of the community can get a bit bigger, because we know the Dead by Daylight community doesn't have the best track record, let's say that much. But all these people coming from 2v8 with the party mindset, going like, oh yeah, it's quite fun. I do feel sorry for them. They're gonna have to learn what perks do, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All in all, 2v8, please become permanent. I will probably only play you unless I feel like playing Wesker. I'm saying this as like a Prestige 100 Wesker main, by the way. I've not touched, I just want to elaborate, I have not touched the game mode where you can play as Wesker since this game mode came out. The only negative I can think about this game mode are the queue times, which just means that more people are playing the game, so you know, I'm happy with that. Like, it's not really a negative, is it? But yeah, I'm just going to round things off here, mainly because I've been going on for 10 minutes, and I think that's more than enough. You should suffer with my opinions. But thank you for watching. If you did watch this all the way through, it might be an idea for me to do more talky videos, because less effort, but you know. Yeah, I'm going to be getting back into uploading a bit more now that I'm home finally. And it's honestly time I get this stick up my arse and do videos. Pretty much. But yeah, I'm going to close out here before I go into another tangent. Thank you, as always, for watching. Smash like, subscribe if you're feeling generous, and yeah, I'll just see you on the next one. Toodles.